Drills Talk, episode 36. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 5 reasons to keep in touch. Think back to high school, your best friend. When's the last time y'all talked? When's the last time y'all had a discussion? What about that first roommate from college, or the first time, you moved out of your parents' home and you had a real roommate? What about that homegirl, homeboy from that first real job you had? Y'all went to lunch together all the time. Y'all hung out even outside of work. Then you left work or they left work and you never hung out again. You lost touch. Why? Why does this occur? I'm going to give you the reasons why it shouldn't. Let's discuss. Drills Talk, episode 36 is the top 5 reasons to keep in touch. Before we get started, every Monday, new vlog. Every Wednesday, new blog, Drills Talk. Every Friday, a new beat produced by me. Excellent channel to follow. Please subscribe. Please like, support, share it. However you want to do it and show your love, please do show your love. People who are already with me, thanks for riding with me. Let's get started. Number 1. Number 1 is someone may need you. Now, this is not, a surprise. Of course, there's always somebody out there who needs help, but of course, we don't always know who needs help, and the people who need help don't always reach out. But if you were to shoot everybody a text every now and then, every couple of weeks, oh, it's been a month since I heard anything from them, let me shoot them a text. That may be the opening for them to let you know that, hey, I'm in a bad position right now and I can use somebody to talk to. It's not always about money. It's not, you don't, scare yourself away from contacting people because you think they're going to hit you up for money. Sometimes it's some advice that they need that they didn't want to ask for. Sometimes it's just a shoulder to lean on. It's just like, hey, have you ever been through this? Or I just need an outlet. They may just need to go out and eat and just talk about old times just to feel good for a second. And you can provide that. And there's no way you would know because no one talks to each other. You're not reaching out thinking that someone would need you. You're not reaching out because you're so tunnel vision about what's going on in your life and how you're going to get what you need. And, it's a very selfish thing that we do. And a lot of us do it. We all hide away when we're going through things and we'll pop back up, after we've been through it and we're back to, presentable, I guess. This is the reason why none of us know what's going on with anybody. This can be your close cousin. You don't know what's going on with them. They hit you up like, hey, yeah, last month it was terrible. I thought I was going to lose my home or I lost my job. And okay, now I'm back, though, because now they're presentable and it's no shame in saying, okay, I went through that. But when they're going through the storm, it's a problem. When you're going through the storm, it's a problem. You got to hide away and you got to work your way up or back to where you were privately. And that's not always the case. You don't have to do that. There's a reason why we have people in our lives. There's a reason why there's so many people who care about us is because through our life, we've touched a lot of people and there's people out there who want to help. So you should reach out. If you're reaching out, you may get the same later on and they may reach out and say, hey, I know we've been texting back and forth for a while, but let's link up. Let's go have dinner. Let's see what's going on. Let's actually get on the phone and talk to each other and see what's going on with each other, because there was really no reason why we stopped hanging out. There was really no reason, no beef. We still live in the same city or we still, are commutable to each other. Why have we stopped talking? Let's stop that. Number 2 is you chose these people. I know a lot of people say, okay, well, I'm not that tight with my family. That's why I don't talk to them much. Okay, but friends, you chose those people. You weren't born into those people. You weren't born into having to be around those people. You chose them. Something about them told you that these people are cool. I like the way I feel when I'm around them. I'm pretty comfortable around them. They make me happy. You chose these people. So there's something there, right? These people are okay. Why did you stop? What we do now is very easy to just send a text, but we still don't do that. Sending a text is like calling somebody now, and that's hard. So if you don't call nobody and you can't send a text, or, you think that if you send a text and nobody gets right back to you, they're ignoring you, and you can't have that, you can't be ignored, you're in a bad situation because you're losing friends that you actually chose. You handpicked these people to be in your life. They've done nothing to you negatively, And for some reason, you've made the choice, through doing nothing, that these people no longer need to be in your life. Why is that? These people can help you in ways you could never imagine. You don't know what they're into. You don't know, what opportunities they can present to you. You don't know what opportunities you can present to them because no one talks anymore. Okay, I know 5 years ago, we were all pretty much in a bad situation. We worked for such and such an hour. We weren't making any money. Okay, but look what you did in the last 5 years. Someone could have done more. Someone could have done a little less, but in a different sector, and it could propel you somewhere where you never thought you can be because of that connection that they can supply. You chose these people. So remember that if nothing happened between you guys, there's no reason and there's no issue with you shooting a text or shooting a DM on social media or writing them a message on social media if you don't have their current number, just to say what's up. Just to say, hey, what's going on? How you been? Is everything okay? Why not? These people were friends. These people are you see how many people a day. And you chose these people out of all the people you see a day and said, hey, I want to talk to this person. I want to give this person my, contact information. Maybe this person even came to my house before. I've told this person about my family. This is a friend. Why are we shunning each other? Why are they over there? When with just a couple of buttons on the phone, if you press anything on the phone, you can be talking to them and catching up and saying, hey, this is what I'm doing right now. This is what I want to do. What's going on with you? Oh, this is what I'm doing right now. And this is what I want to do. These people are cool. These people are somebody that you've already brought in your circle, and you can bring them back to your circle. Something to think about. Number three is who knows you better than family. Yes, you may not like all of your family, but the people you love in your family, no one knows you better. Those people have been with you through thick and thin. Those people have seen your most embarrassing moments. They know the most embarrassing stories. They can ground you in ways that no one else can because they know of you. They know of the kid that was scared of the dark. They know of the kid that only put lotion on what showed. They know of the kid that was scared to fight, or they know the kid that couldn't do anything but fight. And that is something that you need in your life. You need somebody that you can identify with on hey, this is who I am now, but this is where I come from. They know both. That's a rarity. Why are you not calling your cousins at least once every 2 weeks to see what's up with them? Why is that kind of time going by? Why are you not seeing your family unless there's a death in the family? We all know how much that sucks. We all get to these funerals and we say, hey, and we got to get together on better circumstances. And then the next circumstance is another death in the family. This doesn't have to be. It takes nothing. Take a little break, unplug from what you're doing, take an hour. That's two long conversations with somebody that you can, your cousin or your aunt or your nephew, see what's going on with them, or your grandparents or whatever. 1 hour. If you can binge watch something on TV and watch 3, 4, 5 episodes in a row, why can't you take 2 hours and call 4 of your family members to see what's up with them? Yeah, it's rhetorical. There's really no reason, no good reasoning as to why. It's just, hey, I moved, or hey, everybody got families now. Yeah, okay, that's even better, even more to talk about, right? What's going on in your city? What's going on in your city? How are your kids handling this? Oh, well, how are your kids handling that? There's more to talk about. The excuses we use are actually not really valid. We need to keep in touch with each other. We need to know what's going on with each other. It's not about being in each other's business. It's about being that support system, about what they want to do or what you want to do. Now you have somebody that you trust who knows you, who knows where you're from, to give you exactly what you need, which is support. And what better support than family support? A lot of us do a lot of things and we don't get that support from family. And we're like, well, goodness, if the family's not going to support me, how am I going to convince strangers to do so? Don't know. Call your family. Check on your people. Number 4. Number 4 is to get your history. I did touch on, calling your grandparents. Now, this is the significance of the shirt. The book was better than the movie. The book, deeper, right? More information, more backstory, a little bit more fluff. And it's not, negative fluff. It's real good information. It's deeper conversation. It's knowing exactly why, as opposed to a movie that has to, squeeze that story into 60, 90, maybe 120 minutes. The problem with this is we don't talk to our grandparents or our older family members enough. And we don't talk to them about anything when we do. It's cool to talk to them and say, hey, how you doing? And, make fun of them for being old and all this other stuff. That's cool and that's funny. And I do it too. But what information are you getting from them about you and your family? Like, where are you from? What cities did you grow up in? What cities did their parents grow up in, or their grandparents? You're talking to your grandparent. You can't talk to their grandparent, but they did. What stories did they get from them? What were they like? What didn't they like? You'll find that, you're not that different than your great grandparents, and you will only get that information from your grandparents. Like, that's the book. The movie is reading someone else's information and saying, hey, you're from here and your people did this. And there's no guarantee that that's accurate. I've asked my grandfather some things, and, he didn't even know of what I was talking about. Like, I asked him, how was, racism, and he grew up in, the Pennsylvania state, state of Pennsylvania, and he didn't go through what we saw in the books as far as, in the South, what was going on in the South. He didn't see that until high school, after high school, when he flew down and was visiting places, thinking about, where he was going to go to college. Everybody doesn't live that same life. Everybody wasn't, who looked like me. Everybody wasn't a slave. Everybody didn't come over from Africa. Like, everybody, it's like there's a lot of different things, different stories that you can only get from people who know, because the general story is not going to fit you and yours. The general story is told, multiple times without any fact checks. And it's just, this is what's in the books. This is within their books. But your book, which is The Horse's Mouth, your grandparents, your great grandparents, if you have them around, that's your book. That's what you need to do to know your history. You need to speak to them, have deep conversation, because as they get old, people have issues with memory and things like that. Get them now. If your grandparents or great grandparents are alive and they're kicking and they can have deep conversations and understand and remember things, you need to talk to them constantly. You need to talk to them weekly. Get as much information as you can, because if they're gone and that information was never transferred to anybody in the family, that information is now gone. And now you're forced to read about yourself in someone else's book. Think about it. Number five is to stay grounded. Now, there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot that you want to do with your life. There's a lot that everybody wants to do. Everybody has hopes and dreams. Some people actually follow them. Some people never get around to them. That's life. But staying grounded is the best thing you can do. And the best way to do that is with friends and family. Things are going to do this all life. It's ups and downs, peaks and valleys. But if you can stay as close to here, even kill, you can handle the downs, and you can not take the ups too seriously. You can enjoy them, but you're not saying, oh, well, I'm above everybody else now, because you know that your family knows when you were down here. Your family helped you when you were down here. Your friends picked you up when you were walking with your head down. And that's something that you cannot get if you don't contact anybody. You can lose touch with life by not keeping in contact with people who know you and care for you. You can, have some success, get a little taste of success, and just lose insight of, hey, why is everybody not doing this? I worked hard and I got it, so why can't they get it? That understanding, or that outlook on life, comes from not keeping in touch with friends and family. Because if you knew what was going on with everybody, you'll understand that even with your hard work, there's a certain amount of luck and good fortune into being successful. And not everybody gets that, but not everybody gets that, immediately. It's like, if you worked hard and you're like, hey, yeah, in 4 years and 5 years, I did this. Yeah, sometimes it takes people 10 to 15, 20 years to get that same exact thing. And you have to understand that. You have to have a form of humility. You have to be humble. And it's not in a self-deprecating way. It's a understanding way that, hey, okay, I made it. How can I reach back and help friends and family who want to make it in a different realm or make it in the same realm? That's what you should be doing. That's what you should be thinking about. That's the best thing to do, is to be successful and have your success beget success. Don't be selfish. Keep in touch. Call your people. Check on your people. Read the blog link in the description. It's actually the reason why we're making this video blog right now. And then after you do that, call somebody who you love and that you haven't spoke to in a while. It's worth it. Thanks, guys. Drills Talk, episode 36. It's the top 5 reasons to keep in touch. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's drills.com. Check this out. It's Drills.